And joining me now with more as the S&P is set to rise 1% at the open is Steve Orr, founder and CEO at Quasar Markets. Steve, great to have you on the show this morning and a pretty decent rebound. Talk us through what we can expect as the stock market prepares to open.
Well, good morning, and thanks for having me, Kristen. Yeah, very simple. I mean, volatility is still playing in the game right now. We are literally living on Trump's tweets right now to making sure that we understand the markets. And right now, I think there's a lot of things going on. The government shutdown, the Gaza issue, Ukraine. There's a lot of geopolitical issues right now. And I think one of those issues right now that we're really focused on is airline stocks. And why do I consider that to be the case is because, quite frankly, when people feel good about the economy, they're moving around the world. And so right now we're starting to see a slowdown there. We're also seeing a slowdown because of the government shutdown, FAA, and a few places like that. But quite frankly, right now, we are seeing a little bit of job losses. If the government shutdown continues another week, we could see up to 20,000 job losses just in the around the FAA and around the economy there.
Yeah, Delta Airlines, as you mentioned, Steve, up 1.3% pre-market. Great week last week for that stock, of course, after better than expected earnings. And Ed Bastian, the CEO of that NYSE-listed airline, weighing in that the government shutdown hasn't had an impact thus far. That report from Delta does precede a whole batch of bank earnings set to report this week as the unofficial start of earnings season does kick off. Anything to glean from Delta's reports, the airline sector, in terms of what we might anticipate during this reporting season?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, I think you have two things you got to worry about. And I think the one thing that the airlines have done very well, including Delta, United Airlines, and Southwest, was they hedged against this. And they hedged against one thing, jet fuel. Gulf jet fuel and New York jet fuel, the prices have been very low. So they've been buying forward contracts on it. So they are prepared for any slowdown that comes through. And if you see government shutdown, people are losing jobs right now, and there are no jobs to go back to. We already see that right now. And that could cause a slowdown. The reason I'm saying that is because right now, during pre-COVID numbers to here, we still haven't seen between 15 to 25% return on business travel. That's their big money maker. And the second big money maker has been the bag fees. And with the loyalty right now, these jet companies are saying, hey, you know what? We're going to continue to nickel and dime these customers and make some profit out of it. And they've done that. But at some point, these customers are going to be saying, no, you know what? I'm paying for loyalty. I'm being on these one airline for very reason. I like this airline. I like where it goes. I like the route it goes to. And as you see companies like Spirit Airlines falling apart, these companies like Delta, and they've done this, United Airlines is a good example of that, are picking up those regional routes. So in this government shutdown, in this kind of mid-frame for the holiday season, I think you're going to see more route pickup and possibly some M&A coming up.
Interesting. I do want to hone in more on the shutdown. We're now right around day 14, if you will. And of course, the 15th is expected to be a payday, but likely one many federal workers could potentially miss. What does that mean for equities?
Yeah, a couple of things. I mean, I've lived through several of these government shutdowns when I worked for the White House, and I tell you, it wasn't fun. I'll tell you one thing that you're going to start to see is as these unfortunate government workers don't get paid, they don't put their money in their 401ks. They don't pay their bills. It's a lot of problems right now, and that's the government's one of the biggest employers on the planet. So, unfortunately, I think you're going to see some slowdown here. Government shutdowns that last more than a couple of weeks start to impact communities outside of it. It's not just the employers themselves, the government, but also when they go to buy gas, when they go to buy groceries, when they go to buy things, clothing. Amazon could hurt over this too as well. So no, I don't think so. But we got a little bit of time here. But I heard over the weekend no good news from both sides, Democrats and Republicans. They do not want to come to the table and talk. So the last time we saw a big government shutdown like this was over 30 days. That became a massive problem. So I don't see any good news here in the future right now for the government shutdown.
So obviously you're bullish on airlines, Steve. I want to talk about what other sectors stand out to you as we do see technology names continue to by and large lead the market.
Yeah, I tell you what, that dip on Friday, thanks to Trump's tweet, has given us a lot of opportunity here, especially one in the tech sector. And I still think that quantum computing, AI, and NVIDIA are going to do very, very well going into the fourth quarter here, especially as kids want their new computers and they want their new machines. And I'll tell you the big one, and it may not be the biggest concern, but it's Apple. All their new products that are coming out, people are buying them. I think they're going to have a great holiday season. Also, I think that if the government shutdown does slow down, I think Amazon will do very well. You're also seeing companies like Costco and Sam's Club for Walmart will also do very well as consumers start to try to conserve and save a bit of money as they're going through this time.
Steve, very notable indeed. We also see OpenAI making some key announcements as well in this AI space, so we'll continue to follow that. Steve Orr, founder and CEO at Quasar Markets. Steve, thank you.
Thanks, Krista.